Yeah, how you doing? Welcome to another episode, of Open Diary. I have the lovely Gia with me, and she's raw, and she's here, to get insight and awareness of her story. How you doing today, Miss Gia?
It's been a interesting long day.
Yeah, haven't seen you in a while. Where you been?
So that is a loaded question. That is a really loaded question, especially since the last time I saw you. Um, but kind of more importantly, like the past year has probably been the most transformative in so many ways. Um,
Well, it looked like you put on some weight.
Yes. So I was just at Teen Challenge for 5 months. It's a faith based place. And I met Jesus there. It was a very
Amen.
interesting experience. Actually, how I ended up going there. I didn't want to go to this place for years. The pastor, they come on the Ave and they pray for you. Um, he kind of chased me around for like 3 years. Oh, come on, I'll take you out to lunch. I'll pray with you. And I'm like, okay, we'll pray. You know, like I knew God was there. I prayed. Um, but I was like, I'm not going to no Jesus freak rehab. And that's just how I felt. And uh, that day that I went, I
Stand on.
just
Okay. Yeah.
got up and I had just gotten. I was at Needle Park. I had just gotten into a fist fight with some random girl. Um, it was just kind of at like the epitome of a dark time. I had recently been locked up for a couple months, and I came home. Still couldn't stay sober.
Well, what do you think contribute to you not being able to stay sober?
Not being able to get through the detox.
So the detox um didn't work for you.
Having to be on maintenance, methadone, like it could just never, it was always something. Methadone was a setup for me. I did that 16 times.
Oh wow. Well, that's good, and you can't.
It wasn't good. Sorry.
Well, you can never give up though.
I didn't.
Right. So, do you believe that you missed the street life also?
Absolutely.
So,
That's a whole different thing.
so it ain't just about the drugs. Street life in general is addiction also, right?
Well, the drugs and alcohol are the solution. That's the solution to the problem I already have, which is spiritual. The street life, that's behavior, that's learned, that was survival that came over time, because that's not the way I wasn't raised in street life.
Okay. Well, for the people who don't know you, give us a backstory of how did you grow up? How did you come up?
I'm an only child. um my mom got married to my stepdad, who was a Jehovah's Witness, when I was 4. And like, they were just weird. It kind of ruined my childhood. I always knew there was something weird about him. And when I was 14, I caught him being a pedophile with my French exchange student.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it took me 2 years to prove it. And that like changed the trajectory of when I figured it out and I proved it and told my mom. that changed the whole trajectory of our relationship and life. Like the Jehovah's Witness thing was dead at that point for us. Like he wasn't, we walked away. It was just a mess. So at that point, that's I was a mess for a hot minute, and then I joined the army at 17.
Wow. So
Yeah,
so did you serve?
I did 6 years. I was in the army. Um, I was in the National Guard, but I kept getting pregnant. So uh, I have 4 sons.
And how did you get introduced to drugs?
I actually never did a hard drug till I was 30 years old. I introduced myself. Uh,
So no no excuses. You take responsibility for that.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
that's that's good. And what drug was you using?
Um. So like I had tried other things before, but the first like hardcore drug I used was heroin.
So this is before the Fetty, or
This is before fetting. Yeah.
have you
Hmm.
ever tried the Fetty?
Oh, I've tried. I've had no choice. They make you try it because it's in it.
And
Like it changed over the years.
and what
So,
what's the difference between Fetty and heroin for people who don't know?
well, one fentanyl is the thing they use in lethal injection. That's the thing that kills you in lethal injection. So, like opium and what's regular opiate level opiate and fentanyl is a huge difference. They say a matchstick size of fentanyl can kill you, and it's not fentanyl anymore now. Anyway, it's horse tranquilizer, small mammal tranquilizer.
And now, do you still use the Fetty or
I
no?
don't use any opiates at all. I've been on Sublocade for 5 months.
And what drug do you use currently?
Um, so since I've been home, I've used crack cocaine and weed.
And how does the crack make you feel?
Um, it's kind of like kind of managing for me. Like it helps me manage whatever I'm doing. I only do it when I'm doing certain activities.
Well, Gia, we here and let's get raw. Well, how much would you say a day you use?
Mm, I mean, I've only smoked for like the past 3 days. So,
Well, you said you only use it when you're doing what you're doing. Uh, let's get raw into it.
well, what am I doing is I'm trying to get some money, and that's a lot easier to do when I'm high. I
And
don't know. I can curse on here.
yeah, it's raw. And some of the, I mean, what's I haven't seen you in a while, but what's some of the names they used to call you?
um, Clappy,
Clapping. Why they call you clapping?
Clappy,
Yeah.
because my ass claps real loud.
And what else they used to call you?
Throat goat,
Say that again.
throat goat.
Throat goat. Why they call you throat goat?
That's self-explanatory.
Okay, okay, okay.
Greatest of all time.
The greatest of all time.
That's what GOAT stands for.
Okay, so you telling me that you was knocking them out these socks?
It's about the experience.
Okay, I get that. And what do you? What's some of the weirdest, you know, clientele you ran into?
Experiences?
Yes, yes.
Oh, okay. You want to know about that? Weird. Is I seen a dick once that looked like Cousin It. Like it had hair protruding from the head of it. Like it was coming down. Like I didn't even know what to do with it. I just was like, "Can I take a picture?" It was very weird.
So, people, have you had experiences where some of these people done fell in love with you?
All of them.
Well, I guess
They're
that's
falling in love with me right now.
so. I guess that's what GOAT, you know, stand for.
No, you know what? People fuck with me because I'm honest about what I do. I don't scheme. I don't steal from nobody. And then just the good being good at whatever it is they want to do part.
Well, I, you know, no judge, but let's get into some of the some of the clientele that you said you had that's slap under the rug. Let's get into some of them clientele.
um, like the little teeny tiny ones, the
Oh,
little teeny tiny dicks that's so small that it's like trying to milk a cat,
oh wow,
like that.
wow. But what about these people? That got professions. You know, have you ever been with politicians, policemen? Or,
All of the above. And for real, the most money that I'll make is people that don't want any kind of sexual contact at all. Like the goal, the ultimate goal is to do as little as possible, uh, and to get as much as possible with doing as little as possible.
put the mic to
Having
you.
a good experience.
Oh
Some
wow.
people just want companionship. Most people,
So you find a lot of people that's lonely, or you run through a lot of people that just lonely.
yeah.
And I don't judge. You know, people feels they got to do what they got to do. What you told me you got involved with, you got into Jesus now, right?
hmm
And how's that experience?
Well, that's a big switch right there. um, so my experience with Teen Challenge, um, because of that, what happened with the Jehovah's Witnesses, I kind of rejected even saying Jesus. Like I just, I prayed. I actually believed myself to be very spiritual, but I just was uncomfortable saying Jesus for some reason. Um, but when I went there, like I said, I had recently been locked up, and I came home after a couple months. And while I was locked up, I had lost my housing because my apartment lease ran out while I was locked up, and like they really don't care. So I went on a vicious run, and after that, I just, I was done. I had enough. So I was just more open to doing. I surrendered, and I found out he was there all along. Like that's what was keeping me alive all that time. That's how I was surviving, and that's how I'm gonna. That's what my purpose. It just made so many things so much more clear for me.
So you also said that you lost your housing. So what is your current living situation now?
So I was at when I was at Teen Challenge. I actually got kicked out 10 days before I was graduating for excessive cursing and abusive language. Uh, like, uh, I'm trying to save my life. Cursing's not really the biggest issue here, but they kicked me out 10 days before my graduation, which actually was today.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry to hear that.
that's okay. I still recovered from a hopeless state of mind and body. So, they dropped me right back off at B in Lehigh, where they picked me up. And my mom said she would give me the 10 days that they took from me,
Oh,
because my recovery house wasn't ready yet. And I've been trying to get into a recovery house all week since then, since last Thursday. And that's what's crazy is because that I've been sober and I was trying to get into a recovery house, going to meetings, and nobody would help me with nothing. So I had to get back out on the street to make money.
and you making money, they call you the for people that just coming in, they what's one of the names again?
Throat
Throat goat, meaning the greatest of all time, huh?
yeah.
So the street life. I mean, so Kensington got a way though of sucking people in, right?
I mean, I feel like when I came here, I sucked them more into me.
Wow. So so you tell him you can't.
That,
So you telling me you can't walk the streets without somebody trying to holler, huh?
absolutely. Like, I make friends everywhere I go. Like, it's so much bigger than that. Like, it's not. I didn't start being that way just to get high.
You have
I
a
actually was doing that before I ever even started getting high.
well, our homeboy just clicked in, and he says, "Well, keep doing what you can, Jay. Everything will get better." What what you think of that?
Yeah, thank you. It will. It's better every day. And
Shut.
like, you know what? People say, "Why you come back here? Why you still come to Kensington? That's a setup for you." And I believe, like, one, I'm just being me. I'm being real about it.
Well, let the people know in some ways who are you.
So even when I was doing dope all that time, like I always knew I had a purpose. Like always just tried to like make us help each other a little bit more. There's a lot of camaraderie about here. People can say what they want about Kensington, but like the initial years that I was on the street, like people helped each other. Made sure everybody was okay. They weren't robbing each other, shitting on people's front steps. Like that all came after PUA.
Hey,
And like I come out here because everybody needs to have some hope. And if they see me doing even a little bit better, like just not shooting dope anymore, is a major, huge accomplishment. Especially like I almost died detoxing. They told my mom to come within 24 hours to the hospital because I might not make it through the night. And so like get just completely break free of that with no other daily maintenance. Like that was a struggle.
and also you mentioned you used to own recovery houses, right?
Yes, with my husband that passed away.
And
Yeah.
how was that experience though? Uh, you just owned them, or did you speak in the recovery homes, or did you?
Well, I was very involved in AA for 7 years. Yep, that I met my husband in a AA meeting, and we started the houses very shortly after we met. I used to speak at the meetings. I had sponsees. That's actually how I knew a lot of people out here initially because they I knew them from AA.
Well, if that's something you'd be interested in getting back involved in.
I don't think I want to do like the recovery house thing, but like I want to show people a better way is possible. Like it's not about being perfect. It's about just making better decisions, making progress. Like that was a major reduction of harm in my life. And um like I just have so much that I know. Well, Jesus knows, God knows what's gonna happen. I don't know, but I know He has a purpose for me.
Absolutely, but you know, using the crack, are you afraid or not afraid that it takes you back to the fentanyl?
No, that's not at all fair. No,
Well, God bless you, and
you know why? It's not a fear for me now because one in the past with the methadone and the maintenance and the smoking, like it just it's too much. You're still on daily maintenance. Um, Two, I really don't plan to keep on being out here have smoking.
okay. Well,
Like
even with the crack, do you believe that's a problem for you, or no?
it's not a good thing. Like, but
But
it is what it is.
so, do you like getting high and partying, or
No, I
no?
like getting high and making money. I don't want to say I'm not sitting around and partying.
Okay.
I don't do it for that reason.
And what do you do with the money? Is it to get more jobs, or is it also to take care of yourself?
No, it's to take care of myself. It's the means to an end.
And when you're doing it, do you make good money?
Um, it depends on how I'm moving. You know, like when I had my apartment, it was, it just this lifestyle can change from I'm still trying to get into a recovery house to walking out the door and somebody giving me 15 grand to go sit with them and while they get high
Wow,
and
you
play with my feet. Like,
wow, you've been in those situations.
yes,
15 grand to play with feet.
I didn't even touch his dick.
Oh wow, that's that's a lot. And that's the most you ever made on a date.
On like one single one. Yeah.
Well, that's generous. You know, this the
Well, my time is generous.
absolutely. And you done party with politicians,
Eagles players.
Eagles players. Wow, yeah.
I'm not gonna say which
No, I'm not asking for the names,
one.
but Eagle players, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
I used to work at Delilah's back in the day.
the
Yeah.
Lions,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, they used to all come in there.
And I guess the Men in Blue.
Oh, yeah. The
So,
Philadelphia Police Department.
so out here in Kensington, the Men in Blue plays around.
Absolutely.
Well, do they expect discounts for playing, because they're the law, or
I heard some females got to do it for free.
what? What? See, they should be the ones getting locked up doing things like that. Wow, wow, that's the first I heard. But
Really?
and and how that work? They got to do it for free because they caught them doing things, or
I don't know. I never been in that type of situation. So
and what would you do if that happened? Would you just say, "Take me to jail"?
no, I would probably do it.
So as you see,
that's that's like a get out of jail free card.
well,
But you're not gonna make me.
I,
They playing in their face about it. These girls, they not gonna take them to jail. They just making them suck their dick.
whoa, whoa. So hopefully these girls protect themselves and
They don't.
yeah,
So be careful out there.
it's wild. And since you've been in Kingston, what's some of the wildest things you have seen or experienced?
Well, I got stabbed in the face with a screwdriver.
Oh
It
yeah,
got chilly. Sorry. Yes, right here.
and you don't have to elaborate, but why did that happen?
It was a date that I got in a car with against my better judgment, and like I knew something was off. So I was like, "No, there's cops there. Don't park there." And I kept having them turn, and like he paid me already. Like he just paid for he just wanted some head. And then he's like, "Oh no, pussy, pussy." He didn't speak no English. I'm like, "Money, money." And he takes my screwdriver that I had, and I don't even I don't even like remember it actually happening. I just remember it being stuck in my face and pulling it out.
And
And when I pulled it out, the blood squirted in his face and he ran away. Like he looked at me like this bitch just got up and pulled a screwdriver out of her head. I'm gonna run now.
so now, if you was getting in the car and something ain't right, what would it be a red
Uh,
flag for you? What?
like yeah, I really don't even. I don't even really try and do the jump in the car thing.
But
Like unless I know you, I'm not.
well, for some of the girls who do jump in the car, what would you say would be a red flag for them not to? What would be a red flag to you?
Um, so many things. Like I'm not getting in. First off, I don't just like getting cars right on the Ave. Um, I prefer like you just call my phone. I meet you around the corner or something.
Well,
But like guys that just pull up and they're like, "Oh, I got $20. I want to fuck raw." Like what?
they asking to do that raw.
Yes.
I mean, well, would it make a difference if it was $20 or $1,000 to do it raw?
No. To me, no. But the fact that you're pulling up and asking a perfect stranger to put your raw penis inside of her, you got some hot shit already.
So, do you believe there's a lot of diseases running around Kensington?
Absolutely.
Wow, that's why it's dangerous because I would guess if one or two is affected and these the same clientele coming around, then that might be affecting everybody then, right?
It's not affecting me. 'Cause- and I be telling these girls don't do nothing without a condom. They lucky I don't use rubber gloves.
Wow, wow. But because you have some that says, you know, they can't get oral sex with a condom. So if somebody was to say
So
to
that's
you,
why I created the safety dick suck.
Wow. Explain to me. Well, explain to the people what is a safety suck.
If I was to put the actual technique out there, then a lot more people was going to start owing me money for knowing. But it's money back guaranteed, safe.
So basically, what you're saying is with the condom on,
Hmm.
and if you don't fulfill the pleasure, then you get the money back,
Sure.
and you don't have a never
No.
run into them problems.
No. Never.
And how long have you been sort of involved in this life?
Easy. I told you it was a long day. Um, that was the answer to the question. That long.
Uh,
That yawn. Probably. I think I was trying to spin one of my girlfriend's dads when I was like 16 in
look,
high school.
I'm sorry. Say that again.
I was trying to like trick one of my girlfriend's dads when I was like 16 in high school. I just, always kind of had that mindset.
Uh, and well, what's the what's some of the things you lost from living this kind of lifestyle that you regret, or if you have any regrets?
No, I don't have any regrets because everything's happened. It's already written. Like every single detail, God already knows. So, um, I don't have any regrets. I'm just waiting to finish learning my lessons, like, and what I'm supposed to do with it.
So you said you only get involved in this lifestyle under addiction, right?
No,
Okay.
like the sex work thing. Oh no, for real. The pastors and the guys in AA, they not spending their money on drugs and alcohol, so they be the main ones.
So wait a minute. The pastor, he goes there too.
They definitely do.
Well, when you doing these things, do you ever feel embarrassed by it, or well, 'cause you say you had no regrets, but do like you wake up the next day, do you ever say to yourself, "What the hell I just did last night?" Or no?
No. Mm-mm. I mean those not when it comes to like my thinking and like sex work, like that's paid companionship is the oldest profession known to
Gotta stop
mankind.
kicking, though. Shaking it. Well,
Um,
so it seems like, and I could be wrong, but it don't seem like you do these things because you're addicted to the drug. It seems more so you're addicted to the lifestyle, the criminal lifestyle aspect to it.
no, I'm actually what I'm trying to do is make my legitimate business things come to fruition
And
with enough gain from. But I had to stop. I had to get off the dope first to do anything.
what kind of business would that be?
I have a clothing line that's actually sold out. It's called Bitch, beautiful, intelligent, talented, charming, hot.
Oh, that's not.
Yeah,
I like the name, but the it's kind of bold. Is putting
it
bitch out there.
is. But I turned the most negative, derogatory female term into something positive. Like you can't offend me.
Well, how could the people, if they want to see this clothing line, what would they go, or how would they be able to see it?
So it is sold out, and I did just come home. So that's one of the things that I need to put in process is putting up a new site. Um, they could contact me directly to like pre-order something, but right now my main focus is stable, sober living, so that I can like continue on with
So you have a Facebook page or IG? How would they be able to contact you?
um 609.
No. I don't think it's a good idea to give you your phone number. But if
Yeah, but then my page is not, it's not up yet. So
well, yeah. Well, maybe next time when we do this, you will have a page. Well, while you was locked up, being you're a business person, did you come up with any more ideas that you want to bring to reality?
so I did start painting, like making painted hoodies. But that's I'm gonna add that. But I really am trying to focus on one thing, do one thing at a time.
Okay.
Like it's enough to just be changing what I'm changing and live stably and, do that for a while. Get this first thing started.
So if you had everything you needed and be successful in business, would the sex work go away, or that would be something you would still dip and dab into?
Not if I have my legitimate businesses finally the way I wanna do them.
And even with that, right? Do you believe some people, some girls do it not just because of addiction, but some of them do it because of low self esteem, and some of them feel like they need to be needed or wanted?
I mean, I don't know what other girls do it for because I just do it for financial gain. I really honestly don't understand what they be thinking about. Like, it baffles me, honestly, the way they move with their bodies and their money and their time. So it really has to be low self esteem because, like, I'm not going to allow anybody to do anything that I'm not deciding, how that transaction is going to be.
And I wish everybody well, and Philly, especially the sick and suffering, because this snowstorm is coming, and it's like a lot of people would choose to continue to be in addiction than go get shelter, and it's gonna be horrible out there.
Yeah, I'm not trying to do that. That's like,
But I heard somebody say that's when the best money is out.
when in snow, it is true. When nobody else is out, when it's snowing, that is when there's good money. But I mean, I don't need to make money walking around outside. I only am because that's where I am right now. It's a means to an end.
And you pick and choose, or
Absolutely.
so I would suppose you would like to feel like you know the person or had some history with the person.
I feel like I've always been a pretty good judge of like my first 15-second interaction. That's really going to tell me if you're a creep or not. And only one time that judgment was very, very off.
Had,
And well, it just took me a little bit longer to get away.
had you ever got caught in the police
Never.
stings with it?
Mm-mm.
That's a good thing, but hopefully everything goes to plan, so you could stop doing that, because you get well, you're 41, but it wasn't.
I'll be 40.
I'm sorry. I'm
June
sorry. I ain't gonna put no more years.
14th.
I ain't put no more years on you. But it wouldn't bother you in the next 10 years if you got yourself together and somebody walked up on you, and said, "Hey, goat," or "Hey, clapping,"
No.
uh, uh, you know, or it's one of your kids' friends mention it. It wouldn't.
No, because like, what am I gonna hate who I actually was and be? It is what it is.
Right.
Like I am who I am.
Okay, you confident. You
I I
comfortable in your own skin.
I am, and like part of this and part of what I'm trying to change is like maybe being a little more honest about it will help me to progress past levels of so I can make even smarter decisions.
And I agree with that. Well, even when you see the girls out there, and some of these young women might have remind you of yourself
Uh,
younger. Do you give them any advice or?
I used to try, but like they don't listen. So I try and stay to myself. um like if our interaction isn't about something forward progressing in some way, I really am not sticking around.
Well, when you do get clean, would you want to come back to Kensington and help clean it up, or no?
Um well, I don't like that word clean.
Okay.
And I am in and I don't like the word recovery so much either. But I am in transformation, and I don't think I would like. I went away from here for 5 months, but like you take you wherever you go. Number one, number two, like if I can do it here, I can do it anywhere.
Okay. But for the people on, I heard you say you don't really like that word recovery. Why is that?
Because recovery is like I fell, I broke my leg. It's recovering.
What about the word when people say I will always be an addict? Do you believe that's true?
No,
Why?
because words have a lot of meaning. Like when you put that on yourself, that's what you're gonna always be. So I don't. When I go to meetings, I don't say, "Hey, it's Gia, I'm an alcoholic or I'm a drug addict." I say I'm a grateful person in recovery in transformation. I was saying recovery until somebody told me that is not appropriate either because um like this is something so much bigger than that.
And you said you've been in and out of programs, right?
Hmm.
And what's the longest time you had clean? Well, I'm sorry, you don't like that word. What's the longest time you was in sobriety?
Um, since I started doing dope, uh, 10 years ago, this is no. You know what? Yeah, because I was on methadone, and I don't really count that. Like I'm not on Sublocade. I mean, I'm sorry. I'm on sub. I'm a little tired. Um, I'm on Sublocade. I'm not on any daily maintenance. So
And what is that? Supplicate. What is it?
Sublocade is a once a month shot.
And that blocks the do that blocks the craving for opiates?
Um, I don't think so. I think that's in your brain. I don't think it physically really anything can do that
And how long now have you been off of?
since October 15th.
Oh wow. Wow, that's good. So people, you hear it. It could be done. So if struggling with opiates, this is living proof that it could be done. Because I hear a lot of people that says they don't want to go and get clean again because they're afraid of the withdrawal.
Yeah, it was bad. The withdrawal was bad. They had to put me into a coma, but that's okay. I did it, and I'd rather go through that than just keep on dying.
And how long was the coma? How long was you in the coma?
um, Maybe 2 days. I was in the ICU for 7.
And once you came out the coma, did you still have the craving in you, or was you still sick?
No, you're
No.
all medicated up. Like they make sure you're medicated. That part, they take care of you.
And what made you say enough is enough with the Fetty?
Like I'm just not letting anything want to change my actual core values. Like people start robbing people and um I was just dying
And you was tired.
inside and outside.
So once you came off of that, the Fetty, you started smoking crack, or was you already smoking the crack with that?
No, I've only smoked three times since I've been home.
Oh, so this is new to you, the crack.
Yeah,
Well, what made you decide to do that? You know,
because I'm trying to get money and I'm up and out and trying to get money so I can move somewhere safe. And like that's what it is.
how you doing, Miss Rock and Roll? Miss Rock and Roll said hello, dear.
Hi.
She's a good person, and she always send prayer, you know. So Miss Rock and Roll, you know, I would love for you to keep me and Jer in your prayer.
Yes, absolutely.
So basically, because you out of making money, this is why you decided to mess with the crack. So, well, you do know that now the things they do, they put the fentanyl
I do know that.
inside the crack.
Yeah. But I also know instantly if it has that in it and where not to get it from.
So, in order for you to get your hustle on, you decided to start smoking crack these last few days just to stay up, or order to be able to have a mindset to be able to do these acts.
More like staying up in between or performance enhancement.
What's the enhancements of it? Is because it give you energy,
Like it
or
numbs your throat. Um,
it,
Basically, that's
that
about.
I never heard that one. So that's how some people are able to be able to perform that act that way, because the throat get numb from smoking the crack.
For me, it does.
Oh, I never heard that one. You got a lot of crafty tricks with you, But hopefully,
I just like to be the best at anything I do.
right. So if that's what you're gonna do, you're gonna do it to your best ability. But I don't know about the name Goat. When somebody walks up on you and say, "Hey, Goat Throat," how does that make you feel?
Throat goat. I'm gonna be like, how much money you got for me? because they would all. That's what I would say to them.
So this name is going around Kensington, or only a certain amount of people know this name?
I mean, as you know, it's a very kind of close knit community here. So
And how much, give or take, how much would they have to have for you?
that's individual private answer for each person.
Okay.
It does vary.
And I suppose they come back running, huh? Because somebody with that name, you know. But I don't have to tell you that. But I believe you're worth more than that, and you shouldn't take on. I'm not gonna say shouldn't because I'm not here to judge, but don't let nobody put that title on you, you know, because that could be
I've seen that, but I don't think of it as a negative thing. They're
okay.
not saying it to be disrespectful or negative. I put myself out there like that. So they not saying nothing bad about me in it.
No, no, they. I mean, I just, I probably want to hurt somebody if I hear them call my mother that. I don't. I probably personally will, but us boys, we're a little different. We a little
Well,
aggressive.
my kids definitely don't walk around with me in Kensington or be near anybody that would call me throat goat in front of them.
And all your kids, they all doing well, right?
They're all in different places. Most of them, yeah. My one son is locked up right now, but they're okay.
And Miss Rock and Roll, you see, Miss Rock and Roll sent a message for you. She said, "Yes, she is. She is beautiful and deserve a better. I
Thank
guess
you.
she was saying a better life. Miss Rock and Roll, she's so positive, and the world need more people like Miss Rock and Roll. You know, and yes, Miss Rock and Roll, she's beautiful and she's very intelligent also. And you went to college, right?
I did. Yep, I went to community and then Arcadia University.
What was you majoring in?
Business, liberal arts and business. Yep. Like that's just what I'm good at. I'm good at organizing things. That's why I'm trying to put a little bit of money together so that I can, put my business together, back together.
And ain't ain't this a dangerous way to be able to get that money to do these things?
I mean, gotta eat to live. Nobody just gonna give it to me.
Got another comment. Hey Jay, what's up, bro? I'm glad to see you doing what need to be done. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Mr. Andrew. Well, it's my duty, and I'm I'm not. Well, yeah, I'm trying. I'm trying to keep it going. And share awareness. Because some of us need that. And right now, Miss Gia, I respect her because Miss Gia, she's honest. And who knows, maybe she could look back on this years later and decide she want to change things. But
I want to change things now. Like I'm not trying to be out here. I was trying to go to a recovery house.
and
If I could get into one, I would go to one today.
well, when we in this, we could do some resources and see if we could get you in one because nobody deserves to be out here. Nobody, because this is a bad place, and nothing gets better here. Let me see what Miss Rock and Roll say to us.
Organizing is a good.
Yeah, right, Miss Rock and Roll,
Yes,
and
it
that's
is.
something she has, so she could put that, you know, to use and see what happens because she, she been places, she done did things, and she just, well, her plan is to get back to it, but she need the funding to be able to do it, and I can understand and relate because I done things in my past to try to get somewhere. But I was suffering with instant, gratification. I wanted what I wanted right then and then. So I take the shortcuts to get it. I know now it just don't, pan out or work that way no more. But some luckier than others, you know. And for the rest of the day, what's your plans?
To do whatever I can to not be outside.
Well, we all keep you, in our prayers. But I'm not going to hold you up too much longer. But before we go, for the people who, gave you some positive comments, is there anything you would like to say to them?
um, y'all are great. I'm so glad that has been such a positive thing, and it's a positive platform for me. Just coming here, it's reducing the harm for so many people. Even if it's just for that hour that they're here, they're not outside dying, and um, that's why also still be around. It's not just about the street life, but like I just want to spread the hope that I'm feeling. And somebody told me when I was in this program that if you are in a dark room and you even smush a firefly, you can still see the light of that dead firefly in the room. That little teeny tiny bit of light in the darkness. So if I could be that little teeny tiny bit of light, you will still see me in all of this darkness.
Well, you also said you write, right?
I do. Mm-hmm.
What you like writing about? What's the things you write about?
Um, I've been journaling for a really long time, and I started writing a little gospel rap. I just like to write about anything and my experiences.
And since you got into the Bible, what's your favorite story in the Bible?
Mm, I don't know yet. I just started reading the Bible. Honestly, you might have to get back to me on that one.
Well, that's the great thing that you read it, and uh, before we go, if anybody want to,
Ruth, Naomi, and Boaz.
uh, okay.
I like that story.
Well,
But
before we go, the sisters just start reading the Bible, and we're gonna congratulate on that because that's a step forward. But if anybody would like to drop a comment, just to give her a suggestion of what should she look up in the Bible, you're more so likely to do it be- because she just said she just started and she need she need some of our helps, and we got people, so let's drop a comment, and whether you drop it now or when I see this video later. Okay, hold on, Captain Kid. How you doing, Captain Kid? Okay, that's what Captain Kid telling you to read.
if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just and will forgive us our sins and purify us from all unrighteousness. Oh, I
Amen to
know
that.
that's right. Amen.
So John 1:9, you study that, and or it's just a suggestion for you to look at. That's a start.
So I am reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. Like that's where it was suggested to me to read for the first year. So you get to know Jesus.
Uh,
So
okay, okay, Danielle.
Daniel and the
Oh, we was
lions.
looking for her. She's out. We didn't. Oh wow, how you doing, Danielle? She's. We was just talking about Danielle, but this is a great one too. You know, Daniel and the Lions. Then absolutely, amen to that. Amen to that. So, are you going to be willing to look at these?
Absolutely.
Hello, Miss Belinda.
Hello.
And next time if we come back, I would drop a link, and maybe somebody could come on, and just give her a couple of encouragement words, word of advice. David and Goliath. Yeah. You
Oh, I
see.
do like that story.
Now you see, we have a lot of people that has something in common with you.
Hmm.
All God fearing people. Everybody love the Lord.
I know that's right. Yesterday I was sitting in Needle Park and like I sat there and talked to all the Christian organizations that was coming around. That's what they do on Saturdays. They come around and give out food and pray with you. And that's what I did yesterday.
And that's just a powerful and wonderful thing, right?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, it just gives you strength. It gives us all strength, and that's a good thing because I'm glad that even though you said you here out here to make the money, that you would take the time out to pray with people like that to you know gain awareness. I go another one for you. That's great. Yeah.
Freezing. The temperature must have dropped outside.
Hold on for a second. Well, um, just look at the comments real fast. I'm gonna close the
Okay.
window for you.
Thank you.
And talk to him.
Yeah, the temperature definitely must have dropped
Talk to him.
outside.
Tell him how you feel. Tell him how you
Please
feel.
stay warm tonight. They say a snowstorm is coming. No joke. Well, I don't plan on being out there. So, any suggestions that I can get? Any help?
Also let them know that you think about starting
Yeah, so I may have my own channel soon. Um, because that is something that I've been wanting to do just to show everybody like the struggle and what I'm going through. I was actually thinking about maybe even like starting it now to help me get to where I need to be. I haven't been outside for so long. I had an apartment for the last 3 years, and then I was booked, and then I was back out on the streets for almost 2 months, and I went away for the past 5.
So, what would you want to do with the channel?
Just use it to spread hope.
And
Well, use it to spread hope and to help accomplish my ultimate goals.
and um would you want to actually help the next person?
Absolutely. Like, you can't keep what you have unless you give it away, is, what they say in the recovery rooms. But I just really, truly believe that we're supposed to love each other and help each other. Like,
That's right. We'll drop this and see if somebody can come on for you.
where do I
Well,
stay
that's
when
just
it
the.
gets
Well, I
cold?
just dropped the link, so if anybody want to come on in for a couple of seconds, just to you know give the young lady some advice, you don't have to show your face. You're more welcome to. I dropped the link for y'all. So anybody,
Okay.
if anybody do, but if anybody don't, we appreciate you know all the comments that y'all gave already. Well, I'm not gonna hold Miss J up too much longer, and I thank her that she came on. She was honest. She told us how she feel and where she want to be. So let's all just keep her, you know, and our prayers. And with that, thank y'all for watching another episode of Open Diary. You know, thank you, Miss J.
Thank you for having me. Hope to see y'all soon.
Hey,
Stay blessed. Love y'all.
all right, y'all. To the next time.